Man, this week, well, this weekend has been pretty much like a trip, you know. I swear these incidences with uh black people and pools never cease. Um, I'm just gonna be telling you that it's just a matter of time until black people wake up and realize that we're gonna have to put these white boys in check systematically so we won't be getting killed, locked up, or or banned in certain places. Um, it's just a matter of time until we really get enough energy and force to throw out coons. We're halfway there with the coons. I think we just need to punish them a little bit better. We need to have a significant way to punish coons. When it comes to kind of like the everyday folk, I don't see any punishment for Negro bedwenches, which is pretty sad. The general public has no problem shunning, black Uncle Toms, but there's a hesitance for shunning Negro bedwenches, which really needs to be fixed. Um, yeah, and that goes for the pro swirlers too, because you know they're looking kind of wet, kind of soggy, because you can't champion the white boys, that much longer. You can't go off with the bullshit articles of how, um, well, with Crystal and Carazine's logic, that's not gonna last long. She can't champion those white boys much longer. With these situations getting worse and worse. So she can't bullshit herself that, oh, well, white guys are not that bad. They're not abusive. They're not racist. They're not, they know how to treat black women. She can't bullshit much longer. Hopefully her fans will wake up and just be like, hey, you can't champion these dudes, like that much longer. Shit, I hope I don't get struck by lightning. I don't know why I'm outside, but I just needed some peace and quiet. But it's just a matter of time, and certain people really do need to be shunned from the black community. Especially with these fake intellectuals, these coons who want to, bullshit that we're looked down upon from the black community because we're smart and we're educated. That shit. Let's debunk that dumbass myth right there. Um, so yeah, that's going to be. I'm pretty sure that moment will come too where we're gonna start checking a lot of black females, and not for that little not that 2008 type of check-in to where we're checking black women because their attitudes and all that shit. No, 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 no. Let's get business. Let's kind of drop the whole gender war bullshit from 2008 and let's kind of upgrade the conversation. You know, enough with the whole black women attitude, enough with the whole black women don't cooperate, bullshit. Let's drop that, okay? Yes, there's some issues. There's still issues with black women and black relationships, but that's not the focus now. When it comes to checking black women, we need to check them on their racial stance. What is your views on racism, white supremacy? And this is why I have to come down on feminists. This is why I have to come down on black feminists, especially, is because they're not talking about the real issues. Um, I was on Twitter Sunday night, and I don't be on Twitter long. And when I usually tweet, I feel like sometimes people mistake me for a troll, which I am not. I don't troll people. I hardly be on Twitter, and I just don't have a lot of followers, and I don't link my YouTube page on Twitter, and vice versa. So it's kind of hard to tell, who am I? I just sound like a random person. But enough with the bantering. Um, I sent a Facebook couple tweets to three well-known feminists. I sent one to Feminista Jones, and I sent actually two tweets to her. One directly and one to a reply, as a reply. And one message I was talking about, telling her, like, let's be real. Black feminism does not directly something, doesn't directly have solutions for sexual something about sexual crimes in the black community. And I was really just kind of referencing that, black feminists are quick to talk about how sexualized black women's bodies are, but yet they do not have any solutions. They don't have any counter media to, tell you that, oh, well, a black woman's body should be viewed differently. And the problem with feminism is that there's so much. I might have to go. The problem with feminism is that it doesn't. Do I really have to go? Damn. It's probably nothing. If I see lightning strike, I'll probably get out of here. But yeah, I'm risking my life for you people. Yeah. But like I was saying, they don't have any, solutions for sexual crimes or how black women are viewed. They will tell you that, oh, for centuries in slavery, black women's bodies have been like a sexual toilet. And then, later we have these new age black feminists. These younger ones are usually like teenagers to young adults who will tell you that, oh, well, that you don't, they'll tell you that, oh, it's wrong for us guys to police black women's bodies. You know, they'll tell you this, a lot of bullshit that, well, guys have no right to judge women. They have no right to have standards on women. We hear these new terms coming out like body shaming, to where, if a black guy says that, hey, black women should lose some weight, they're all in a hissy fit, like, we're all people, we're all humans, we're all equal. That's body shaming, that's bullshit. And that's the problem with feminism, is because it's so confusing. It's like, pick one. Is sexualizing black women, is it bad or is it good? Because one side is saying that it's bad, the other side is saying that it's good, and that it's expressing sexuality, and black women's sexuality shouldn't be suppressed. So, like, what is the problem for me looking at a stripper with a big ass, but then, some other feminist tells me I'm the bad guy because I'm objectifying women? You see these silly semantics, and this is why black feminism doesn't get taken seriously. Um, and the thing was, what was that with Feminista Jones, is that she didn't reply to my tweet. She ended up just blocking me. She just blocked me on Twitter. Didn't even give me a response, didn't even tell me anything, but she probably just written me off as a troll because I don't have a huge Twitter following. And I'm not as on it. I don't tweet every fucking day. So, I'm more of a Facebook type person. But, they were just quick to write me off as a troll, I guess. But whatever. Nobody was trolling you. I was just asking you a simple question, Feminista Jones. I also messaged Bell Hooks. I didn't really get anything from her. I don't even really think that's her alley, even though she's a black woman. I kind of find she's, the type of black woman that doesn't really like black women. And the reason why I say that is because she's like a heavy advocate for black trans rights and the black trans movement. And so I kind of question, like, does she really like black women, or does she just like these effeminate boys? And that's her, like, perfect, perfect black ideal black woman for her. Because I really do question Bell Hooks' racial loyalty. Even, some black feminists will have like a cheesy black pride thing, and I'll give some of them that. But it's like I don't really see how Bell Hooks sees herself as a so-called black advocate. She probably doesn't even count herself as that. But I think I've heard her one time, talking about she's, trying to be this kind of voice for the black community. But like I told one feminist friend of mine, well, former friend, was that, when was the last time bell hooks came to the black community, or ghetto, I should say. She doesn't even do lecture tours on HBCUs. So I'm kind of in question of, like, okay, I'm seeing these lectures with bell hooks, but the thing is that she's in these white schools and a whole bunch of white crowds, and I notice this all the time because I can easily pinpoint 10 lectures she did, and it's the same old thing of she's in a white college, majority white, um, majority white audience, majority white host, and then when it comes to like black faces, they're usually black trans or black lesbians, but mostly trans. But it's kind of, I just kind of rarely see the black, the average black girl, I would say. I don't see that being showed in numbers. So I kind of question Bell Hooks's racial loyalty, but then again, she's a feminist, and then again, you have to know that she's very tight with Gloria Steinem. And I did see a newer. She did a uh lecture with Gloria Steinem, and Gloria Steinem, she was champion black women, and she was telling them, oh, I learned feminism from black women because black women were trying to get the right to vote. I think she was talking about something. There was some kind of issue, and she was trying to bullshit that she learned feminism from black women, which I find that to be a lot of bullshit. That's just some fake token support. And that's kind of like the thing that society likes about black women, is that this kind of rebellious side of that, is kind of the anti-man, the anti, everything. And I think that's why a lot of feminists and gay, people of the LGBT community kind of champions black women, because they have such this stereotypical anti-man, asexual kind of vibe. So yeah, but the last feminist I message was Jamilah. I forgot her name. I mean, I forgot her last name. I know it's like a L. It's in the description box, and you'll see it on the screenshots that I took. I can't pronounce her. I never practiced pronouncing her last name, but I remember she used to have a beef with Sarge, and I guess she had a little beef with me, but it was pretty temporary. And a lot of people are right about. Oh wait, I no, I sent a message to Fourth Feminist, but I'll get to that the other one later. A lot of people were right, like Tariq Nasheed. A lot of black feminists are trolls, and they will kind of, they don't like debating you when it comes to logic, and they feel like they have this little uptight privilege to where if you don't agree with me, you hate women, you're a misogynist, you're an idiot, and they never, I'm trying to like understand feminists. I want them to kind of break down their views, but the thing is that when you question their views, they act like, oh, you're an idiot for thinking that, for not understanding. And it's like the shit is not clear, What define um, objectifying women? Define that shit. I hear most of the time that it's considered objectifying when you sexualize a woman, but then I'm now hearing that it's now sexualizing women when you want them to wear clothes. So it's confusing and it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to find the logic in that. The thing with Jamila was that I think she applied once, and she was like, she told me that I'm not looking at it right now, so I'm kind of like paraphrasing, but she was talking about, we're going to do the same thing that we did for black males in Baltimore, just like, but unlike you, they're trying to say that like I don't do shit, and I was kind of found that as a low blow, but then again, these are feminists. You're practically talking to retarded children. And I asked um, Jamila, what did y'all do in Baltimore? And a supporter of hers, said, oh, we did a lantern lighting because they were going to shut off the Wi-Fi and shit. I'm kind of scratching my head, like, what the fuck, a lantern lighting because they're shutting off the Wi-Fi? Like, I kind of didn't really get that shit. I really didn't get it. Like, okay, you're saying that they were turning off the internet or they're turning off the power. That's what I'm kind of like trying to understand. But but you kind of see where these kind of nowhere ass scenarios that these black feminists have for racial injustice. They are clueless. They don't know what to do. They just come here, come to places. They'll probably go to Texas and they'll probably do like a candlelight visual. They'll probably do like a little dumb lecture about the sexual object, the sexual history of black women and how they've been objectified for centuries. And then it's like, okay, we learned this shit. Okay, we learned this shit. What's next? They're clueless. It's like, oh shit, I didn't expect to go this far. And that's why I question Jamila, because it's like your following doesn't have realistic plans. Someone else, tweeted me that, oh, we're going to um we're going to flood, the Texas, the Dallas sheriff's department. And okay, that's good. Okay, cool. Find some concrete information, but you know, let's just be honest with you. There's millions of people calling the Dallas area. So what makes you significant in what you're about to input? So that's kind of like my thing. But hey, if you feel like you're doing something, okay. Um, but I just a good bit of Jamila's follow supporters kept tweeting me, and they just kind of kept writing me off like, oh, you're an idiot. What are you doing? And it's not. The thing is, and then like another lady was like, she's not a teacher, And then I asked her like, then I asked her something, and then she was like, I'm not a teacher either. And I'm like, uh, this is kind of like so retarded. Like, I'm talking to you, Jamila. I'm asking, do you have um a a well thought out plan about the situation in Texas? That's what I'm asking. You have a bigger following than me. You have, more mobility than me. You have a bigger platform than me. So I would expect you to have a better outcome and results than me. That's why I'm asking you. But, she wanted to be childish and she blocked me, you know. If you feel like a goddamn candle lighting and some, bitches going to Starbucks tweeting fuck the police or, fuck white America, you think that's effective, then you better think again, okay? Feminism is to me with these black fem, it's like, you know, talking to a slow kid. It's really like talking to a slow person because you have to give them like little stars on their name and be like, well, hey, at least you did something. Give Jamilah a hand. She went to Texas, okay? Oh shit, that one's kind of scaring me for a bit. But it's like we have to give these little dumb feminists like slow points, like little rewards for trying. We haven't won really a case in anything with these police brutalities. Maybe a couple, but we're still on the losing end. So I'm just saying, hey, we need some concrete solutions, not this kind of token bullshit you're this token bullshit of doing candle lightings and um doing visuals and just hashtagging. Come on, you know, there's some real shit going on. But last but not least, it's raining again and the storm's about to come. The last thing I wanted to throw out there was I sent a tweet to damn what's her name, Roxane Gay, and for her, she's well known as the bad feminist. She wrote a book on that, and she's a Negro Bedouinch, and so the results of the conversation really wasn't surprising. And a little more background on her. She's a bad feminist. She kind of claims that she's kind of like this rebellious feminist because she doesn't really support the usual. So I guess she's kind of like a radical feminist. You know, I know that I think there's a couple news articles that wrote about her, and she came clean about um with her feelings about white men. I believe she's with a white dude, but she's a Negro Bedouin and she has this weird fear of white men that she talks about from her childhood, and then she kind of in this article it ends up being a sexuality. It's raining. And so, it's kind of weird, like she has this kind of, I guess, rapey, lovey-dovey, 50 Shades of Grey type of, relationship and fantasization of white men to where she kind of finds fear kind of sexy, which is kind of weird. But let me get to the point before it rains, is that Roxane Gay, I kind of sent a message to her, and then she came here with a little smart ass question about, a smart ass reply saying that, what we're gonna do, dismantle the police. And then I replied back and I said, hey, thank you for being honest, because there's other black feminists who pretend to do nothing, who say they're gonna do something. And she kind of replied with a smart ass answer about, oh, child, you are beneath me. Some I'm paraphrasing because I'm not by the computer, and she's giving me some kind of smart ass answer. And it's like, and then all of a sudden, I get all these white trolls on my Facebook. I mean, not on my Twitter account. Telling me that I'm blocked, and I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't even reply. I didn't even send you a message. How the fuck you blocking me and I don't even know you? And I get all these little comments, these people retweeting, and they trying to put me on blast and shit. And I'm like, I'm just asking a simple question. Like, how the fuck, am I the bad guy for asking a simple ass question? Yeah, the result isn't surprising. Roxane Gay doesn't give two damns about black women. She's just like Bell Hooks, to be honest with you. Her ideal black woman is a black trans. That's why she's always around transsexuals and gay black men and queer women. That's her ideal black woman. So she is not. Her head isn't straight. Plus into account that she's a Negro Bedouin. Um, and this is the flack I get from black feminists. They can't even talk to you like a person. And the thing is, it's like, at least with men, especially black men, at least they'll debate you down and give you a chance. Like with Tariq, there's white supremacists that always troll his account, but he always gives, responses and he tries to, outsmart them. And the thing is with feminists is that they don't even put up a goddamn fight. They just send their trolls after you and try to put you on blast like you're the idiot for disagreeing with them. Crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. But I'm not gonna talk to feminists again. I might, but then again, I'm just gonna expect the same results of bullshit, supporter trolls. Nothing concrete. So this is the best what black feminism has to offer: trolling and immature banter. I asked this lady, Roxane Gay, hey, what you gonna do? What is black feminism going to do about the police? Oh, and then she comes out with with this silly rolling her neck response. I have this to say about bell hooks, Jamilah, Roxane Gay, um, and any other black feminist. Fuck you.